Welcome to O-Line Security, a training academy helping you break into IT. Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? This is Toby with O-Line Security, and we're back with another quick and short video. This one right here is about encryption versus hashes. Encryption versus hashes. Shout out to you all for dropping comments about certain topics that you want to see. Somebody had left this in the comment section. They wanted to learn more about encryption. So we're going to do our best to show you in real time. If you've been liking these videos, y'all, please don't forget to smash the like button. Smash, 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 smash. It helps us a lot. It gets the video in front of other people who also need help learning. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So encryption, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It is a two-way algorithm, okay? It's a two-way algorithm. We're meant to encrypt and then decrypt. One way we're encrypting, we're concealing the data so unauthorized parties can't see it. And then on the other end, we're decrypting the data so that the right individual, the right party can read it. Right? Two-way algorithm. Let's start with that. If you go to Google, you can find a bunch of different free online encryption and decryption tools. I'm going to use the first one right here, encrypt and decrypt text or string. I have that tab open. So before we even play around with encryption and decryption, we have two types of encryption algorithms with two main categories. We have symmetric encryption and we have asymmetric encryption. Asymmetric encryption is going to use two keys. All right, it's going to use two keys to encrypt and decrypt. One of those keys, if you all know what those keys are, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat before I say what it is. If you know what those two keys are, drop it in the chat before I say what it is. So we know asymmetric encryption has two keys. One key to encrypt, that's the public key. And then we have another key to decrypt, that's the private key. All right, you can have different types of asymmetric algorithms. There's RSA, there's DSA, there's ECDSA, there's ECDSA, HE. There's a bunch of them out there. All right, but these are the three main ones that we're mainly familiar with. All right, public key, encrypt, decrypt. If I want to send something to you, I'm going to encrypt it with your public key. When you're ready to read it, you'll decrypt it with your private key. As long as no one else has your private key, that message can only be decrypted by you, right? Because that's what you use to decrypt. This is what we use to encrypt the data going to you. If you want to send something back to me, you're going to encrypt it with my public key. I'm going to decrypt it with my private key. Public and private keys, they're a key pair. They're made to be with one another. You have your own public and private key. I have my own public and private key, no matter which algorithm we're talking about right here, okay? That's asymmetric encryption. Now, this website that we're on is using symmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption can be categorized into two. We have block ciphers and we have stream ciphers. We have block symmetric encryption ciphers. We have stream, I wrote cipher. We have stream symmetric encryption ciphers. With stream ciphers, you have salsa, you have cha-cha, there's RCs, RC5. Stream ciphers, and block ciphers, two different types of symmetric algorithms. The thing is, we don't use two keys over here. We use one key. We're using the same key to encrypt and decrypt. And we can either encrypt the data with as a block cipher or using a block cipher, or we can encrypt the data using a stream cipher. Both of them are going to use the same key to encrypt and decrypt. It's just that the block cipher is going to break up the data into chunks or blocks and before it encrypts it. The stream cipher is not going to break anything up into data. It's just going to encrypt it as is. We use stream ciphers a lot for streaming platforms like Zoom, Discord, if you're streaming, gaming. Block ciphers are used a lot on the internet to browse the web. A common block cipher is AES. You have older ones out there like Dash, Triple Dash, Blowfish, Two Fish. Well, Two Fish isn't really old, so I'll put Two Fish here. But these are the different types of block ciphers, AES, two fish. Then you have stream ciphers. Okay, they're both under the symmetric algorithm family. Okay, they're both going to use the same keys to encrypt and decrypt. Now let's go ahead and use the block cipher. This website is using a block cipher. This website is using symmetric encryption. Why? Because we're not using two different keys. We're going to be using the same key. So here we're going to type something into the field. Let's type something like Pretty clever. So, hey, go to onlinesecurity.com to start your IT career. All right. Now, we're going to encrypt this. We want to make sure no one else can see it. So, we're going to encrypt it with our own key. I'm going to use a key of God rules. And then I'm just going to hit the encrypt button. That's going to take my plain text right here, my ciphertext. My plain text, my clear text is going to turn that into ciphertext. This is the ciphertext. It's not readable. It is not readable. What's readable is the plain text, the clear text. So we've encrypted our plain text, our clear text, and now we have ciphertext, and we encrypted it with our key of God rules. The key can be anything. Now, if we want to decrypt it, we have to put it here into their decryption tool. We use the encryption tool. We're going to use their decryption tool, and we have to give the correct key to decrypt it. If we don't give the correct key, you may not get the full message back. But we see the clear text now, and we went from ciphertext to clear text. Hey, go to onlinesecurity.com to start your IT career. That is encryption. It is a two-way algorithm. It is meant to be encrypted and then decrypted. It is meant to make sure that your data remains confidential. Hashes, on the other end, which you can find by just typing hashing algorithm online. You'll see a bunch of them out here. I like to use MD5 hash generator. It's pretty simple and straight to the point. Hashing is not a two-way algorithm. Hashing is a one-way. It is a one-way algorithm. Okay, this is a one-way algorithm. Now, with hashes, you have different types of hashing algorithms. You have MD5, which is what we're using right now. This website also has SHA-1. There's SHA-2. There's SHA-256. There's SHA-512. There are a bunch of different ones. I know that Security Plus likes to talk about RIPE-MD a lot. These are different hashing algorithms, different calculators, different generators to create a hash. A hash is a unique fingerprint. It is a unique character, a unique identifier for all types of data. All right, all types of data. It's a one-way algorithm. It was not created to be reversed. It was created to get that fingerprint so we can validate the integrity of data. If I give you a file, if I send this to you in an email, and you want to make sure that no one has changed the email before you got it, all you have to do is ask me for a hash of the file. Here's the hash of the file. And when you get the hash, you're going to copy it. And you're also going to take a hash of the file I sent you. You're going to take a new hash because you want to make sure that the hash I gave you matches the new hash that you're about to get. I'm going to remove something from here. I'm going to remove this because now it's not the original line anymore. Before I remove that, I'm going to copy everything. So this right here is the hash of this entire line, this entire sentence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. For some reason, this is the new email that you got. If you want to confirm if this email that you got is the same email that I sent, you just get the hash of this file. What we're going to do is this hash belongs to this file, and look at the hashes and how they're drastically different. This is how you can validate and confirm that the email that you received, which is this one, does not match the email that I received. This is how you can validate the integrity of data. If you download an application from online, Instagram, Firefox, Google Chrome, when you download those applications, you could also validate the integrity of the application with its hash. Is the hash that you downloaded, the application of the file that you downloaded, does that application's hash or that file's hash match what the vendor has provided? If it doesn't match what the vendor has provided, then you don't have the same application. Maybe yours is corrupted, or maybe yours is malicious. All right, so that is hashing. Apple 1, if I hash Apple 1, this is the hash that I get for Apple 1. If I hash Apple without the 1, this is the hash that I get for Apple without the 1. Every data is going to be unique. It should be unique. If you have two different inputs, Apple and Apple 1, and they're giving you the same output, that's called a collision. Because every single hashing digest or message digest, we call this also a message digest. Every message digest should be unique. Apple 1, Apple 2, Apple 3, it doesn't even matter if I add a space, right? What if I add a space? Apple with a space. There's a white space right here. You can see it. There's a white space right here. I'm going to leave that in there. Generate. Will we get a different hash? You better believe it. This is why we are confident and comfortable using hashes to validate the integrity of the data. This has a space before. This doesn't have a space before. This has 1 after Apple. All right. We use hashes to validate the integrity of data. And let's say you downloaded malware and you want to make sure that that malware has not been, or you don't even know if it's malware. Let's just say you download a file, you download an application. You want to make sure it doesn't have a bad hash, because we use hashes to also mark which ones are malicious, to track which ones are malicious, to record which ones are malicious. So if you want to make sure that a file that you downloaded, maybe you downloaded somebody's resume, maybe you're a recruiter, you downloaded somebody's resume, you want to make sure that it is not a malicious file. Well, you just come to virustotal.com and upload that file. What VirusTotal is going to do is scan that file, grab its hash, and ask other vendors, are you tracking this hash as something malicious? Are you tracking this hash as something anomalous? And if the vendors do, you will see detected. Right now, everything is undetected. This hash is not malicious. What happens if we upload something that is malicious? I'm going to upload this malware we created. And look, 57 out of 73 vendors have marked this as malicious. This is hashes, y'all. And these guys who haven't, I would not I would not purchase their applications. Okay. I would not, because we're not obfuscating this code right here at all. But that's it, y'all. That is it. That is it. That is it. Hashes versus encryption. One is used to validate the integrity of data. The other one is used to implement confidentiality. They both help support the pillars of the CIA triad. Y'all, if you've been liking this video, please smash the like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell them to subscribe. Tell the other friend to subscribe. Let's keep growing this community. Let's keep working with each other. Please leave comments for other short, quick videos that you might want to see, and we'll do our best to try and deliver. Please stay safe. Hold on to your loved ones. Get them fat kisses. Make sure they know that you love them. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.